mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine.
Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Poole Locke YouTube channel. I'm James Locke. Today, continuing as we always do, and I love it, we're gonna answer some of the Ask James questions of the day. First question today from Clark. He says, I want to refinance my investments. Is that something that I should do now or should I wait? Clark, all right, this is a great question. It's good to have your question now. It's pretty timely. My best gut instinct, and I won't kind of bury the lead here, I'll tell you what I think right up front, and then we'll go from there. If you are within that 10 years of retirement, or maybe you're retired but haven't made that transition yet, I think now might be a really opportune time. Here's why, Clark. When you refinance debt, you want to do it when interest rates are low, right? Lock in a low rate. But when you're refinancing your investments and you're trying to make the transition, you want to do it when interest rates are high. So hopefully you can lock in a high interest payment or a high dividend payment. This is especially crucial when you're focusing on investing for income in retirement. Some economists are saying, that within 2 years, we'll probably see rates back down. Rates that are, now up over 5, the Fed funds rate, we might see that back down to 2.5, maybe 3 at most. So that would mean now is probably the perfect time for you to refinance and lock in those higher yields for your income-focused investments. Now, if you're more than 10 years out of retirement or you're really behind the 8 ball and need more growth, okay, maybe you can't do it at this point, but if you're within that transition period, that 10 years or close to it, and you feel like you've saved enough to get by in retirement, well, then now I believe is the best time. Because again, you refinance debts when interest rates are low, and you refinance your investments hopefully at the beginning of that transition period, and you do it when interest rates are high. Now, this strategy can help maximize your income potential in retirement, which is crucial for maintaining your lifestyle and financial security. The good thing about interest rates is it's not like the stock market where you're guessing. The Federal Reserve is telegraphing that they plan to lower interest rates. This gives you that window of opportunity to lock in the rates on income-producing investments like bonds, dividend-paying stocks, certain types of annuities that can provide stable income streams in retirement. Remember, when investing for income, diversification is key. Consider a mix of investment-grade corporate bonds, high-yield savings account, dividend-paying stocks, and perhaps even some REITs, some real estate investment trusts, to create a well-balanced income portfolio. This approach can help you benefit from the current high-rate environment while also providing some protection against future rate fluctuations. Clark, thank you so much for sending in your question. I hope that this gives you a clearer picture of why now might be an excellent time to refinance your investments, especially if you're focusing on generating income for your approaching retirement. Thanks for the awesome question, Clark. As always, if you'd like to send in your questions, you can do so by emailing them to poollocke@poollocke.com. All right, let's see what we got for our second question today. This comes from Miranda. She says, I'm not your normal viewer. I'm actually in my early 40s. I'm 20 years out from retirement, but would it make sense for me to make this transition now? All right, Miranda. Generally speaking, just broad-based speaking, no. Because even if you went from, say, the year 2000 to the year 2020, for the first 13 years being underwater, you would have averaged 6% had you just been in the Standard & Poor's 500 in a simple index fund. This growth potential is crucial when you're still 20 years out from retirement and looking to build your wealth. But if you were contributing money during that time into your 401k, you were dollar cost averaging, right? You were buying more shares when the markets were down, buying fewer shares when the markets were up. So your dollar weighted return was much more than 6%. That's why the general rule is no. Okay, but here's the exception. Miranda. Let's say you've been a really good saver and you have enough. You say, okay, I'm really conservative. I don't want to see a stock market pull back, just emotionally. It happened in 2008. I was in my mid-20s then, but didn't have a lot of money. But it would kill me today. All right, if that's you, and if you feel like you're conservative and you feel like you've saved enough where just simple 5-6% growth through reinvested interest and dividends can get you to retirement over the next 20 years, then it's okay. Because you never want to take more risk than you're comfortable with. And because you want to be able to sleep at night, your money is supposed to be there for you so you could put your head on the pillow and feel comfortable. If your money is giving you stress, well, that's a big no. So again, if you are really conservative, Miranda, and you feel like, hey, I just can't stomach a drop, and at the same time you feel like you've saved enough for the next 20 years where just a 5-6% dividend reinvestment or interest investment would get you there, then it's okay to make that reduction earlier on. Now, if you do decide to make the transition earlier, it's important to understand how to invest for income effectively, even at your age. Consider a balanced approach that includes both growth and income components. You might look into dividend-paying stocks of established companies with a history of increasing their dividends. So these can provide both income and potential for capital appreciation. You could also explore high-quality corporate bonds. They can offer steady income streams. Municipal bonds might be worth considering too, especially if you're in a high tax bracket, as their interest is often tax-free at the federal level and sometimes at the state level too. Real estate investment trusts, REITs, that's another option to consider. They can provide regular income through rent collection and potential long-term appreciation. Just remember, REITs can be more volatile than bonds, so they should be part of a diversified portfolio. So yes, Miranda, I've even had some clients where they're your age or even late 30s where they've said, no, I just don't have the stomach for it. I want to make this change. So that's where you have to know yourself, right? Socrates said that, right? Know thyself and just make the right decision. Remember though, that shifting to an income-focused strategy this early means potentially sacrificing some long-term growth. To mitigate this, you might consider that hybrid approach we talked about, where a portion of your portfolio remains growth-oriented while another portion focuses on income generation. This way, you're adding your risk concerns or addressing those risk concerns while maintaining some exposure to potential market gains. Keep in mind that your investment strategy should serve and evolve for you as you get closer to retirement. What works for you now may need adjusting in 10 to 15 years. So regular portfolio reviews, rebalancing, they're crucial, and ensure your investments align with your changing needs and risk tolerance over time. Hey Miranda, thanks so much for sending in your question. It's refreshing to hear from someone thinking this far ahead about their retirement strategy. Keep up the great financial planning. Thanks for that awesome question, Miranda. As always, if you would like to send in your question, have it answered like Miranda's was answered, you can do so by emailing them to poollocke@poollocke.com. If you like what you heard, go ahead, like and subscribe to our channel. I'm James Locke, your retirement income source. See you next time.
Money on my mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine. Retirement is near, don't you live in fear. Listen up, my friend, let me make it clear. Savings in the bank.